Peace. Peace to my divine infinite consciousness. Peace to the God body. Peace to the nation of gods and earths. Yo, I'm gonna be real quick with this. This video pretty much is about your boy, bro, Polite. Young Pharaoh pretty much exposed that, bro. So whoever's dealing with him still, it's almost kind of like your justice is dealing with him. You know what I'm saying? It's some kind of karmic contract or spiritual contract you may have with that, bro. But this example is definitely what I've been building about when I'm talking about your cluster B personality disorders and how this shit is raging rampant in the conscious community. And it has been since you call the elders or whatnot, since the ones who've been trying to get rich off of our ignorance. Okay, so real quick, the bro Polite, I noticed he had a one big thing to say, which was about the money aspect. You know what I'm saying, of how to make this money. And if you was really real, you know you can't play that game. And if you really knew, you'll know that this is a narcissistic, psychopathic culture, a commerce society, and that the rules will always change when you deal with one of them. The rules never stay the same. It's just like being in a relationship. When you want to ask your significant other, like, yo, where did you go? And you know in your gut, you're asking them where did they go. You knew they went somewhere wrong, unless you're kind of broken. But if you kind of just knew, and you ask them, and then they flip it back on you, saying like, why you gotta ask me? Or why da 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 da? Same thing how the government or the oppressors did you or us. They did the same type of shit. So this is how they did it. You know what I mean? They guilt trip you. They turn you into a codependent, and then they get you to rely on them or their energy or their attention. And thus, once you start relying on that shit, that convenience that they give you, they convenience you to inconvenience you. So, going back to the money situation, this is brothers like Elijah Muhammad, brothers like that had stores, brothers like Malachi York who came in with the money, who wanted to sell you consciousness. You know what I'm saying? These people wanted to sell you things, knowing you didn't have no money, and you would do whatever it takes to get up out of this type shit. So these people would do that, knowing you ain't got no sovereignty, knowing you ain't got no business being in this shit, excuse me, to protect you. You have no protection, no army, none of that. Okay? And then when it's time to use the army, when the mug come on your land, you're not there to use it. You're not getting land, even though that's the most promised thing in your books is land. The most promising shit in your religious books is land. You have not came with it. You have not came with nothing. I'm talking about these toxic crusaders. Brothers like Brother Polite, Louis Farrakhan, Elijah Muhammad. All of these years, even the Moorish science, all of these years, all these decades, now it's a century since the first really came and started teaching, or trying to establish something in the ghettos of America. All right, ain't none of these people established no land or no place that we can live and thrive and build our own. We continuously go try to be included into them and to include it into their society. And the only reason why we're doing that, I'm gonna tell you, is because yes, we're broken too. Now, we was a whole race full of empathetic beings. I mean, a full race, y'all. This is real. This is crucial and detrimental for you to know and understand that. And so when you're dealing with a race full of abusers, they know, okay, they're purely abusive, sadistic, malevolent abusers. They only have malice intent. And you can tell because they repeat the same shit over and over again. They won't heal. They won't get better. It's like we always asking, like, damn, when y'all gonna give us some equality? When y'all gonna treat us equal? When y'all gonna treat us right? And we too busy begging them to treat us right. And we like, damn, man, you ain't gonna do that? I done did this, that, and the third. See, it's like a relationship. You're begging your abuser to treat you right. The shit ain't gonna work. So now you see your abuser go out and have another relationship. And you're like, damn, he treating that mug way better than he treat me, and I went through the most hell. Why you don't treat me good? That's probably what you're thinking. Well, I'm gonna tell you why they ain't treating you good. They ain't treating you good is because they have a new source of supply, a new supply source. Someone new. They always got to keep new people around. And this shit is just like, instead of a group of people that are narcissistic and psychopathic, it's just like that with the single person now. They got us to a point where we're singly like that. We used to be a group. And now you got people saying, man, forget all that. Forget the black power. Forget the group that come together and all that. It's like, look, they got us while we was in a group. You know what I'm saying? Now we're going to be separate into this shit. The ego is the only thing that's separate, and you got to be careful because your ego had your ass thinking that you're king of all our surveying this motherfucker. And thinking it's just you. That you're the way, the truth, and the light. It's not that, man. It's not that. It's definitely not that. And see, I see people, they calling themselves gurus and stuff like that. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? If any word I had out of that language, you know what I'm saying, the Hindu language, call myself a Ghani. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care about the billionaire or the poorest. I'm automatically adapting. You know what I'm saying? So, it's crucial. So, with the money, you really want to destroy this shit, build your knowledge up. Build the right knowledge up. You know, now you got like brothers like going across the world, you know, establishing this shit, Thailand and all that stuff, and that's cool. But to the untrained eye and heart, you will fall for this shit. You will become codependent. You want to be interdependent when you're dealing with these motherfuckers. You become codependent, and it's gonna be hard as hell for you to break up out of that. I'm telling you. Because now we creating all kind of shit where people are coming to be teachers. They're learning from speakers like Farrakhan and shit. You know what I'm saying? And not from like a Malcolm or nothing. You know? So, what a narcissist and psychopaths do, they try to fucking, they kill you once you catch on to their shit. You know what I'm saying? Not kill you, but they'll leave you alone, or they'll try to drag your name in the mud once you done call on to their stuff and all that. So, you really want to elevate? Motherfucking get your shit, your own knowledge of self up, alright? And on top of that, if you really want to elevate, you're going to have to capitalize off of this poverty. Because poverty, if you use it right and exact, should get you to a higher state of consciousness and spirituality. If you use it right and exact. If you don't, then you'll want to be like them. Get money, you know what I'm saying? Get all these material possessions and all of this shit in this state, in this reality. Which in turn to keep you here further. If you just want to live, but if you're here to correct the game, you know, drop bombs on motherfuckers, and you're going to have to refine yourself. You can't really, then you'll listen to your real self because you won't follow nobody. You know what I'm saying? You won't follow nobody saying, don't fast. You know what I'm saying? You won't follow nobody like that. You won't follow nobody that when you see a person doing something and they doing opposite, you be like, it ain't about following, but you won't really necessarily agree with that. So, you know, I mean, shit is for real, man. I mean, you know, it's crucial. Qualify themselves. And so, with that also being said, like I said, stay on refinement. Stay refining yourself. Stay eating right and exact. It should clear your mind up. And you'll know what the truth is, regardless of whom or what. And like I said, I love you. I love you enough just to go through this hell to come out right. I ain't asking for no damn money. I ain't got no goddamn money, but I ain't asking for it. You know what I'm saying? The universe usually blesses me with it. Not too much that I may need to forget what the fuck I am. You know? And not too little to make me just suffer and to not be able to survive physically in this realm like they want a nigga to do. So, yeah, this shit crucial, man. So, you know what I mean? Yeah, that's why we gotta get rid of a lot of these funny ass dudes that's out here. You know what I'm saying? Gotta get rid of a lot of them. And that's how we can move forward, you know? Anybody coming around me, you definitely gonna have to know how to fast. You definitely gonna have to control your appetite. I gotta see. That's the only way. You're gonna have to be able to, you gotta be eating right and exact. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no other way that we can be around each other. You know what I'm saying? If I'm around you, I could tell how broken you is. You know, so yeah, we want to get to our state, our high empathetic state. You know, but have discernment this time around, and don't fall for the okie doke. And then once you start seeing the secrets of what narcissists and borderlines, just the cluster B personality do, you'll see that they'll repeat the same shit that they can't really get fixed unless they fix themselves. That's why you make knowledge born to save self, because you can't fix nobody. You know what I mean? So now you got people attacking you commercially wise or dealing with the money and then promise you, giving you false promises, you know, lying to you, shit like that, man. And that's not the way. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, I'm gonna say peace. Subscribe, log on, and log on to my site, because I'm gonna have more shit. Working out, dealing equal with the youth, the middle age, the young men, and we're gonna get this shit popping. The queen's gonna come out the woodwork, and we're gonna squash the whole gender, whoever's God type of thing. Because if anything, it's the baby, it's the understanding, it's the reason why we go through the hell in the first place. You're always a baby. So peace to the divine infinite child that is within. I love you. Peace.